How I saved $5,000 without noticing. Imagine waking up one day, checking your bank account, and realizing you've saved $5,000 without even trying. No extreme budgeting, no feeling deprived, no giving up the things you love. Just a few tiny changes that added up, big time. Sounds impossible, right? But it's not. And by the time you finish listening, you'll know exactly how to do it too. A couple of years ago, I was just like most people. No matter how much I earned, I always felt like I was one step behind. Paycheck came in, paycheck disappeared. It wasn't like I was buying luxury cars or going on extravagant vacations. But somehow, I was still living paycheck to paycheck. One day, I decided to do something I had never done before. I printed out 3 months' worth of my bank statements. I grabbed a pen, sat down at my kitchen table, and went through every single transaction. That was the moment everything changed. Because when I looked at my spending, I didn't see a few giant expenses eating up my money. I saw 1,000 little ones. $7 for coffee here, $12 for takeout there, a $20 random online purchase, a gym membership I hadn't used in months, a streaming service I forgot I was paying for. None of them seemed like a big deal on their own. But when I added them all up, I realized I was slowly draining myself of thousands of dollars a year. The craziest part? I barely even remembered spending most of it. That was the moment I decided to take control. But I didn't do what most people do. I didn't cut out everything I loved. I didn't put myself on a miserable budget. I knew that wouldn't last. Instead, I did something much simpler. I made saving money automatic. I went into my banking app and set up a rule. The moment my paycheck hit my account, $10 would automatically move into a separate savings account. Just $10. Less than the cost of lunch. It was so small that I didn't even notice it was gone. But here's where things got interesting. After a month, I had saved $300. After 6 months, I had saved over $1,800. And by the end of the year, I had more than $3,600 sitting in my savings. And guess what? I didn't feel deprived. I didn't miss the money because I never saw it. So I kept going. I increased the amount slightly, and by the second year, my savings had passed $5,000. $5,000 that I would have otherwise spent on things I wouldn't even remember. That's when I realized something huge. Most people think saving money is about willpower. They think it's about forcing yourself to say no to things. But that's not how real wealth is built. The secret is not relying on willpower at all, because willpower runs out. But systems keep going. By making saving automatic, I had removed my own ability to make excuses. It just happened. No stress, no guilt, no second thoughts. And once I saw how easy it was, I started doing the same thing with my bills. I set up automatic payments, so I was never late. I set up an investment account that pulled a small amount from my checking every month. And suddenly, my financial life became something I didn't have to worry about anymore. That's when it hit me. The difference between people who struggle with money and people who build wealth isn't to how much they make. It's what they do with the money they already have. Because here's the thing, money doesn't just disappear. It always goes somewhere. The question is, are you telling it where to go, or is it slipping through your fingers? So now let me ask you, what if you started this today? What if you set up an automatic savings transfer for just $5 a day? Would you really miss it? Or would you look up in a year and be shocked at how much you've saved? The answer is pretty clear. Most people never build wealth because they think it's too hard. They think it requires huge sacrifices, but the truth is, it just requires a different strategy. One that makes saving effortless. So here's your challenge. Take 5 minutes today, open your banking app, set up an automatic transfer. It doesn't have to be big, just something small enough that you won't even notice. And then let time do the rest. Your future self will thank you. If this story opened your eyes, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment below. What is one small change you were going to make with your money? And if you love smart money tips like this, make sure to subscribe, because this is just the beginning. Thanks for listening. And remember, your future is being built by the choices you make today. Make them count.